What we did versus Colorado State, we need to continue doing, continue improving on in every phase of the game. But let's just talk about that run game, right? That run game had us talking about Micah like we already knew. We know what he is. And Coach Prime said it in the press conference. He said when them old linemen block like they supposed to block, basically, and handle their business, our running back's going to shine. It don't matter which running back you put in. You put in any 5 of those running backs, and they going to shine. So, we know that that run game helped us out. We know that we going to have that run game for all the teams that we want to face. If we want to make it to the college playoffs, we got to run that ball. It point blank period. You ain't getting into them playoffs without that run game. That's just point blank period. So what we seen out of Colorado State is what we can be doing going forward versus everybody. No team should be able to stop us because we do have the #1 quarterback in the country. We do have 4 that initially get the start. We got more NFL wide receivers, but let's go with the 4. We got 4 NFL wide receivers that I believe honestly can go start in the NFL. So if you got the quarterback that can #1, wide receivers, NFL, O-linemen, some are NFL bound, running backs, I think them boys can hit the lead too. That's an NFL offense. Let's run it. Let's run it. Like, and I ain't mean run it like just literally run it, but let's make this old pop. This offense should take off like a rocket at all times. Nobody should be able to shut us down. Nobody. You can't stop our pass, and you definitely can't stop our run. We done proved that. And I know it was Colorado State, but I don't care what you talking about. We can run that ball. And we can run it effectively and make big-time plays. Listen, y'all, nobody don't want to see Micah. Nobody don't want to see D. Hayes. Nobody don't want to see Isaiah. Nobody don't want to see Charlie. Oh, nobody don't want to see Hood. But I don't think they gave Hood any carries this year. So let's go with the 4 backs. They don't want to see them. So if they don't want to see them, keep lining them up. Bye-bye. 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 As well as pass. You know we going to pass. So we ain't even guessing that. We know we going to pass. But we had that run game operating smooth. To me, this Baylor game is another game to get everything going. Because I'm not overlooking Baylor. Don't get me wrong. I'm not overlooking Baylor. But I feel like we should beat Baylor. We know they got a 2-quarterback system going on. They trying to figure out who their #1 guy is. So when you got 2 quarterbacks, you really ain't got no quarterbacks. Now, that's different at Texas. They got 2 show-enough quarterbacks with show-enough O-line, running backs, wide receivers. They got everything. So that is a different story. But as far as this Baylor, we should win this game. We should. To me, this is another game that you get an opportunity to establish that run. Because, let me tell y'all this, next week, we got a team that's finna run the air out the ball. UCF, they gonna want to run the air out the ball. I think the running back had 29 carries. And that ain't even talking about the other running backs that probably got the ball. That ain't even talking about the quarterback that probably ran the ball. Yo, so we need to be practicing that run at practice so our defense can go against the run, because next week, when we get into this, I'll tell you that want to pound it all day long, at least you was already warmed up from last week, which is this week right here. And you could say you kind of got warm the week before when you played Colorado State. So this is our opportunity to run that ball, y'all. This is our opportunity to keep the offense going the way it's going, produce like it can produce. Let Shador throw it. You know Shador going to throw it 30 to 40 to 50 times. He going to be in that ball game. It just is what it is. He gonna be in that line. But if our run keeps taking off like that, say you head out, bam, 15, bam, 30, bam, 5, bam, 45. Like you doing it like that, you can't turn from that. So y'all, take what we did at Colorado State. Matter of fact, take any good runs that we have had in all 3 games and that you see what worked, that you may have went from, and organize it how y'all did with Colorado State. Colorado State, see, that game from start to finish was on point. You know our defense gonna do what they do. You know the defense gonna do what they do. Coach Rob Livingston is doing his thing. So, y'all, we gonna eat. We gonna eat. Let me see what y'all talking about. PB23, you say, what's something I want to accomplish before the end of the year? Over with. Read a book finish a book the rest of the year, and I'm going to start today. Finish a book the rest of the year weekly. So we on week 38. So we got 38 this week. Then 2 more weeks is 40. Then 12. So yeah, I want to finish out this year reading a book every week. That's applied knowledge to me. And listen to stuff that's going to bless me with more knowledge, because the more I have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding and revelation, the better I become. So that's what I want. That's what I want to accomplish. And that my ideals that God allowed me to use and put action to, they take off for me. I'm talking about take off where it changed my whole life. Platinum Rose, good morning. T.E., you say, McFlurry, Hall of Game, you say we got to run more to the outside. I think you can have plays set up where and do that, where the run game. But y'all know we be saying stuff like they know what they need to do. So, hey, y'all, my son got my nose running. I'm talking about running. Listen, y'all, Coach Pride and them know what they need to do. We know what they need to do. Well, not per se we know, but we know that you want to run it. And we want to keep establishing the run and keep the run game going. We keep the run game going. Nobody ain't going to be able to stop us, y'all. We got the backs that proved it. It's hard to stop Micah. It's hard to stop Isaiah. It's hard to stop Charlie O. It's hard to stop DH. It is. Go look at them. I think this last game, all the averages was good. And if you probably put them all together now, if it ain't all 5.0 or better, 4.5 and up, I guarantee you to get there. Because now, that old line, like Coach Prime said, he know they was like that. Now they just got to produce that every day at practice. Well, how you produce that? By practicing that run every day at practice. So you see the run all day at practice plus the pass, but you see that run a lot. That means when you get in the game, you ready. And the defense going to benefit. So us running the ball this week through practice is really going to help us for this game and every other game, but definitely that UCF game, because they finna run it. I ain't overlooking Baylor. Baylor can come with it. I know they can. I know they not going to be trash, but I feel like we should beat them. Hey, I'm going to come back and holler at y'all today around about 11:20. We're going to ride out. We're going to ride out, y'all. Hey, Paul Feinbaum singing a new tone this time. He rocking with Shador on this one. I'm surprised.